Good morning, amazing elite group. Debbie Holloway here. Excited to be with you guys. Really excited about our topic today, and I hope you can see me fine. I'm actually in a hotel in Vancouver getting ready to start our team event. So I'm really looking forward to you guys joining me. I've got a ton of great things I want to share with you. I want to give us a moment and see if we've got some people. Oh, hey, Jay. Jay's up here with me, and he's on the Facebook group. Excellent, excellent. So I'm going to pull this up because I'm having to do this from my phone. Hi, Diane. Angela, Brian's on. That's phenomenal. So let me just pull this up because I want to be able to see questions you all might have as we go through this. I'm really excited about our call today simply because I spent all of last week either in our coaches mastermind meeting or at the shift event that Tom did, which I have to say, that shift event was one of my absolute all-time favorites. The information, the speakers, it was pretty phenomenal. I mean, it's a really phenomenal event. And I took a lot of notes and was probably most impressed by something that I'm going to share with you on the call today. And that was from Tiffany Bova of Salesforce. The information she shared was pretty amazing. And I just want to share here real quick with you some of the stats that she shared with us at the meeting, because I think these are really important to know. I have to tell you, I was shocked. I know that these stats are correct simply because Salesforce puts a lot of money into the research that they do. And one of the stats was simply this: salespeople spend only 1/3 of their time actually selling. So you think about our topic today. What are 5 strategies that, it said rookie agents, but heck, I think it's 5 strategies that every agent needs. But the survey they did said only 1/3, 33% of our time is spent actually doing what we do, which is selling. Wow. So what are we doing? Well, we're managing our emails and we're logging into our activities and we're playing our games and we're checking our texts and we're finding out about who we're going to contact next, and we're creating tasks, and we have to have some downtime, and we have meetings and training and doing CMAs. It's not that these are things that we shouldn't be doing. It's just, I think, a sad reality that we're really only 1/3 of our time actually spent selling. One of the things that came out of the meeting is that we need to spend more time on checking out the new listings, what's off market, knowing what's going on in our market. Is it possible to get that information without us doing all of it? Possibly. How about finding out what the clients want, narrowing that down so you're more focused and efficient on what you're doing with the client? Obviously, you have to check out your pipeline. But I think the most important things are contacting and connecting with our prospects. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And being face-to-face with those who will sign a contract. Isn't that it? It's like I was talking to a sales team today about where we spend our time. And one of them said, well, I've set a goal to make sure that I make 5 contacts a day. And I said to her, is it really about the contacts you want to make each day? Or is it more about an appointment set each day? See, I believe our goal should be setting an appointment every day. What if, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this here in a second, but what if you actually spent more time, think about this, if you actually spent more time focused on setting an appointment versus focused on making a contact? Okay, so we've got some people that have joined us, so let's jump in. 5 strategies for any agent to take now. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to write down, what are you dissatisfied about in your business right now? What would you say would be the top 3 problems that you find you're having in your business right now? What would that be for you? And I want you to take the time to write this down, and I'm going to grab a bottle of water. I want you to write down What are the top 3 problems for you in your business right now? Top 3 problems for you in your business right now. And for those of that you've just joined, yes, I'm in a hotel room in Vancouver. Great place to be in a hotel room. Top 3 problems in your business right now. You know, maybe you've got problems then that you feel like you're not doing enough marketing. Understaffed, Jim. Hey, buddy. I agree. I think being understaffed is definitely a problem. Some people are struggling with lead generation, maybe how to get more from each deal, adding team members. If you would, write it down, and I would love it if you would post it here because I want to make a list of this because you're going to understand. When we as coaches know what our consumer needs, then we address that. And you're going to see that in a minute when I share with you how you need to know what your clients need. So understaffed, thank you, Jim. All right, what else, guys? What else do you see as an issue for you in your business right now? It doesn't have to be a huge issue. It could be something minor like, I was just on a call with a gal. I want to find a way to generate more leads without having to spend so much money. Maybe that's a problem for you or an issue. But I want you to write down what is the issue or issues for you right now and post them here for me because I want to really take from this and create some great content for you guys. So what would that be? Biggest concern, problem, issue for you in your business. Okay, so you're saying not having everything mapped out. You're talking about, Jim, are you referring to a manual? Like a manual for running your business? Like we have a manual for our teams? Getting listings. Thank you, Angela. I think that's really a good one. Hey, Eddie. Delegating tasks. Okay, so delegating tasks. Thank you. So understaffing, getting listings. Ooh, time management. Gosh, darn it. You know, it's like a really bad in-law that won't ever leave your house when they come to visit. Time management never seems to get better, does it? Video, absolutely. I love that one. So getting listings, delegating tasks, time management, video. Come on, give me some more content because the stuff I can share with you guys, it is limitless if I know what you want. My face is getting too old for video. Oh my God. Here's the thing I know about video, Angela. If you think you look bad on video, you do. Get over it. Nobody cares how we look. Have you ever looked at Tom on some of his videos? Do you really care what he looks like? No. It doesn't matter. It's the content. So think about that. In fact, I posted a picture of me with this just awful, I should probably post it. It's so funny. Just to see what kind of response I would get. And you know what? People notice me more when I look awful than when I look good. So what else, guys? What else is an issue for you in your business right now? What's an issue for you? Share with me, please, because I've only got 5 things here. So the good news, I guess, is that no one has any issues in their business. No one's having any issues at all. Excellent. No one's got an issue. All right. Well, hopefully those of you that watch this later will let me know what you feel like you need work with or work on. So then you think about it this way. What do you think is the biggest concern of our clients today, the consumer out there that may be looking to buy or sell? What do you think is the biggest concern that they have? What do you think is the biggest concern that the consumer has today? And here's what I love about this one. It's not what you might think. Because based on the survey, the biggest concern that the sellers have, that the clients have, that the consumer has today is who to select. Now, why do we see that as a concern? Has the commission model become more competitive? Yeah, I'd say that probably has. Are they bombarded with a lot of people calling them? Yes. Lack of inventory. I'm assuming lack of inventory is an agent problem. Thank you, Jim. You're so sweet. So what we're looking at here is what is the threat to the consumer, and it's who to select. So if we really want to have some great strategy around our business, I wrote down the 5 things that we need to do so that we address our problems and are the ones selected by the consumer. So you ready for this one? Number 1, be a problem solver. I mean, if we're not solving the problems in our market and for our clients, then we're not going to get the business. So what is the problem the consumer needs us to solve? I'll tell you what I think it is. I think it's how to fight through all the noise out there and find the right house, make the right offer, get the home inspection and financing done, and get it into escrow. Listen, what do you think the consumer wants? Free, perfect, and now. Now, we can't do it for free, but we can make what we do of such value that they see that it's worth what they pay. So number 1, we have to look at, are we giving value? Are we there when they need us? Are we in tune to what they want? How easy is it for them to find a house, to find you, to find information on how to navigate all of this? Anybody using AI? Hey, let's face it, you could get exposure on Alexa, have you ever considered this? Have you ever gone to, if you have Alexa, have you ever gone and said, who's the best real estate agent in Louisville, Kentucky? Or find me an agent in Irvine, California. Have you ever tried to do that just to see if it responds? Because people are looking at that. Remember, we are problem solvers. How many of you remember when we didn't even have lockboxes? So showing a property was cumbersome and scheduling wasn't easy because you had to make sure that the other agent could be there. And then lockboxes came in. And now we don't have to worry about that. Problem solved. How about when no one did video? Oh, wait, a lot of us aren't doing video today. So think about when no one did video. And now video is becoming more important. And one of the things that Tom said is that he said this, do you have a YouTube channel? If you don't have a YouTube channel, you must get one. I've got a marketing person working on mine right now. Phenomenal gal, doing a great job. Remember, Tom said, I can remember like 6 years ago, everyone needs to be on Instagram. And I'm like everybody else, I'm not a Twitter. I don't do Snapchat. I don't know about Instagram. Huge mistake. When Tom Ferry says, do this, don't ask, don't hesitate, jump in. Because he's not telling you it for any other reason than he knows it's going to work. So he's saying right now, get onto YouTube. Do more. I love that, Jamie. My Alexa is answering you. Love that. Get yourself a YouTube channel. Start doing more videos. What could you do videos about? Look at some of the videos on there. A video does not need to be, hi, my name's Debbie, and I'm standing in front of this house, and it's for sale. Trip going in the front door, it's okay. You want them to look at what you're doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Did anyone ever see the video of the real estate agent? He was like a selfie video, and this is the backyard. Isn't this great? And he's backing up as he's talking, and he falls in the pool. He got a ton of views. Isn't that interesting what causes people to actually view your video? So if you haven't attended Marketing Edge, well, it won't even matter because all of the Marketing Edge content is changing. So I know Jason is in Denver. You want to get to a Marketing Edge and find out more about a YouTube channel and how to up your videos. If you want to be a problem solver, you have to be the person that's there when the problem is needing to be solved. And if that's where people, Tom had this amazing thought. He said, what if you did this? How many years have you been in real estate? Somebody answer. How many years have you been in real estate? Somebody tell me how many years you've been in real estate. It's an easy question. How many years? Well, for some of us, it's so long we have to use more than two hands. How long has somebody on here, answer me, how long has somebody been in real estate? 7 years. Okay, Krista, you've been in real estate 7 years. So what if you did this, a series of videos, the 7 things I've learned since becoming a real estate agent. and you have 7 videos on what you've learned. In fact, I was making my list. I think I have it in here. The 7 things. Well, for me, it's like 38, so it's going to take me a while to think of everything. But I was starting to come up with what are the things that I would put down here. I've got to see if I can find this for you guys because I thought it was really good. So could you think of, Krista, 7 things that you could tell people that you've learned since getting into real estate? 7 things that you've learned. Like, I've learned that home inspections matter. I've learned that buyers are not liars. I've got to find my notes because I really started a long list because I thought if I've got to come up with 30 something, this is going to take me a while. So think of what are some things that you could do a video on that you have learned since joining real estate. What could you do a video on? Things that you've learned since joining real estate. I will find this for you guys. I've taken so many pages of notes that I may never find all of them. There's so many. So think about this. So what are some things that you've learned? What are some things that you've learned since you got into real estate? Hey, Dove, glad you joined us. So think about this. If you want to be a problem solver, then solve them. Here's what I wrote some of mine were. Don't be attached to the outcome. Details matter. So I've got a whole list here. Think of what you would write. What would be the J for you, the 20 things you've learned since being in real estate, and create a video, a separate video on each one of those. I think that could be a phenomenal way to be a problem solver, which is our number 1 thing. So let's keep going. Number 2, I wrote down domination. You know what? You're either the only one doing it or the first one doing it, or you're simply part of the pack. When you're the only one doing something, or say you're the first one to do it, then you skyrocket to dominance. What could you dominate in your market? I don't know. Video? That would be a good one. Mega open houses? Maybe like one gal does out in California. She does open houses and she has local celebrities come by, or she'll have a local chef that's well known come and fix the meal. Or like one time she did a thing with a local artist who was just really up and coming and came. Or maybe there's a social media influencer in your market and you want to invite them to come. What are you doing that's different? And Jamie, I love that one. I've got to write that one down. Sometimes it's not all about the price. That's a really good one. So think about what could you do to dominate? What if you set up things like several of our people have done on their YouTube channel, videos about interesting things around town, interviews with school principals or coaches, local eateries. What if you did more videos in your marketplace? I think things like that. And what is it that you said, Jay? We are starting a video series based on this idea in 2 weeks. I think it's a great idea. Love all of these. And I'm taking great notes here because you guys, if you're not getting some great ideas from this, help me now. So I think videos that's really important. Are you blogging? Are you vlogging? What are you doing to get the info out to your consumer? If you want to dominate, it's got to start, I believe, by knowing where your eyeballs are. You got to go where your eyeballs are. Hello, Mr. Alex Took. I'm so sorry I'm not going to get to see you up here. Vancouver is amazing. And speaking of amazing, you want some amazing ideas? This guy, he and his partner, the stuff they come up with, it's like blow my mind. It's incredible, the ideas. They're just phenomenal idea people. Think about where the eyeballs are for you. Maybe your eyeballs are on Facebook. Maybe your eyeballs are on Instagram. Maybe your eyeballs are on YouTube, and Tom's saying right now that's where they're going, so we need to go there as well. What if you wanted to dominate? So instead of buying online leads, you did what one of our clients has done and eliminated all online leads and focuses solely on their database, solely on past client centers of influence, people they know, going hyper local in their market. Again, you may want to balance it maybe this isn't for you. I want to try to give you all a lot of ideas so you can pick and choose from the menu of services available. If you want to know more about how to do the hyperlocal market, go to Sell Like a Rockstar in the Hub. Have any of you, if you would, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Have you ever checked out our series, Sell Like a Rockstar in the Hub? It's where we do interviews with a variety of agents on what they're doing. By the way, I'm always looking for great people to interview on that. So if you've got something you want to share, let me know and let's set up an interview. Jay Pitts did an interview with me on how he's doing small monthly events for the people in his marketplace, the people that are past clients and centers of influence. He'll do over 300 deals. You know what I'm thinking? I should do an interview on Sell Like a Rockstar with Alex Took, because I think the ideas he can share with us are pretty phenomenal. So let me know, guys. You know how to find me, dholloway@tomferry.com. If you've got something you want to share, I'm happy, because it's impossible for me to know what everyone's doing. I know you're all doing a lot of really cool things, so let me know. So that's number 3. Let's see. So we did number 1, be a problem solver. Number 2 was domination. Number 3, relevancy. Relevancy. Are you relevant in your marketplace? Are you relevant in your marketplace? If you want to be selected, you've got to be relevant. What if you surveyed your database, or maybe your geofarm? Find out what consumers in your market want, what their concerns are. I liken relevancy to somebody calling up someone and saying, your home came up on my computer as an expired listing. Well, that's realtor speak. That's not relevant. They're going to listen to you and go, what, did somebody die? You said expired. No, it's about, are you using consumer speak? One of our clients, Lydia Gable, set up a booth at a local community event and had people fill out a survey where they checked off what they were interested in: investing, second homes, first-time home buyer seminar, seller seminar, investment seminar, things like that. And they had a drawing and gave something away, and it was really, really cool. But what she got was what we were looking for. She got information on what the actual consumer wants, not on what we think they want. Total different outcome. Are you relevant? And part of being relevant is being where the eyeballs are. So if you're going to be relevant, you've got to be where your consumers are. So that's number 3. Number 4, be familiar. Or familiarity. But try saying familiarity 3 times real fast. That's not an easy word. So be familiar. Tiffany Bova, who spoke, said they did a survey and found that 70% of consumers expect a personalized experience. 70% of consumers expect a personalized experience. How the consumer feels when they engage with you is what sets you apart, and they need to feel that they know you. They need to trust that they know you. So how do we not want to market to consumers? Well, that's an easy one. Stop saying we have buyers. Yeah, everybody does. Nobody buys that. Stop addressing your things as to the homeowner or current resident, or I love this one, resident, current. We can't do that anymore. People don't want that kind of an experience. Think about this. A couple wake up in the morning and they look at each other and one of them says, honey, I think I've decided what I want to do. We need to sell this house for the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of inconvenience. Said no one ever. No one ever. But yet we use that. We can do this for you. And that's not what they want to hear. They want to hear things like personalized, customized, created for your wants and needs. Use a consumer-centric approach. Select the words your customers use. Now, where would you want to find the words that your customer uses? Anyone have an idea? I'll help you with this one because I don't want to take up too much of your time today. Look and read the reviews and testimonials you've got. Do you want to know what's important to people? What's important to the consumer out there is exactly what your previous clients said they liked about you. Now, if the previous client said there was something they didn't like about you, don't use those words. Use the words that they used that they said they liked about you. That's what the consumer wants. Now, if you want to be familiar with them, you also have to take a multi-channeled approach. A multi-channeled approach. Text, mobile chat, personal video, video text. Where do they spend their time on social media? So think about this. And one of the things she said is that email is actually resurging in popularity. Think about that as well. What if you did more personal videos? What if, and I'm challenging all of my sales agents for my teams this week, all week long, any text they get, they have to respond with a video text. Why? Because it makes them become more comfortable with it. 2, they might get business. People will read that and they just glance at a text and they don't know. I mean, my vet, just off the wall, got to tell you this. My vet sends me a thing today and it was a picture because he had to come and do an MRI or a scan to see if my mare was pregnant. Way more information. If he'd have sent me a text, I would never have even read it until sometime late today, but he sent me a picture and I could see a picture of the baby horse. So that's exciting and it gets me excited. It gets me more into that text and now I want to respond to him. Think about what video does. Pictures and videos. You know what? Some of our clients have a handwriting machine so the things they send out look like a handwritten note. That is not lost on people. What about how you divide your database? Is it divided by net worth, location, those with kids, those without, age, maybe how you know them? I don't know. What I know is relevancy and familiarity, the 2 I just mentioned, create trust. Relevancy, familiarity create trust. No sale occurs without trust. No sale occurs without trust. And did you know that in her survey, 64% of consumers are willing to pay more for a simpler experience? Think about that. Think about that. Keeping it simple. Lastly, I wrote down number 5. Number 5. What you do daily. And I think it all boils down to this. How much time are you spending on the things that get you business? And that is talking to the people out there, either on phone, via text, video text, in your community, face to face. That's what people want. Are you doing this? And not sitting down and saying, I'm doing my hour of power and I'm going to make this many contacts. I don't care how many contacts you make. I care as a coach how many appointments you set. And if you're dialing the phone so that you can say you made contacts, stop wasting your time. Dial that phone so you can set appointments. Play the appointment game. My goal is to make 10 contacts today. If I make an appointment, I can cut it to 5. I set 2 appointments, I can quit. Then your brain's saying, hey, let's keep staying on the line with this person until I get an appointment so I can stop having to make all these calls. Why not, guys? Tiffany Bova said, the customers will remember the experience they have with a person or a brand much longer than the price they paid. And I believe that to be completely true. 57% stopped buying from a company because a competitor provided a better experience. When you're on that call with them, look at the script you're using and think to yourself, am I making this call about how I can help them? Or am I making the call just to click off a check mark that I made a call? How can I help you? What would you need to see or hear to make the decision to meet with an agent that has created an amazing 5-star experience for a lot of other clients? What if you said things like that? Could that make a difference for you? And I want to end the call today simply with what I said before. I think you should post this and look at it every day. Relevancy and familiarity create trust. no sale occurs without trust. So questions, comments, hallucinations, whatever you're having, post them here. I will be checking later in the day and certainly will respond to everyone. Thank you guys for taking the time to join me today. Hey, Miss Paige, and I hope that you get a ton of great content and information out of this because that's our goal. Make it a wonderful day. Bye, guys.